Hello everyone, and welcome to my General Hospital official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Dante informed Jordan at the police station that the haunted star's transponder had sent out a signal, but that the transponder had been located and was now attached to a buoy in the water. Dante was dubious because Victor had taken measures to conceal the haunted star. But Jordan was positive that someone had spotted the spacecraft. Jordan and Dante were just finishing up a talk when Gladys showed in to make her statement regarding the stolen bracelet. They were occupied, Dante explained, and he suggested Gladys come back later. Gladys asserted that the jeweler who had lent Sasha the pricey bracelet demanded that Cody make restitution for the wrongdoing. Jordan warned Gladys against jumping to conclusions. Remember, innocent until proven guilty, Dante asked. Jordan instructed Gladys to sit down as soon as Dante entered the interrogation space. Gladys, infuriated, reminded Jordan that the police were meant to obtain testimonies from witnesses while their memories of the events were still recent. Gladys remarked, "Who knows what I might forget about Cody's crime?" A police officer took Gladys' statement a short while later. Dante inquired about Cody's future plans for adulthood in the questioning area. Although Cody laughed, he was convinced that he was not guilty. Cody rejected Dante's advice to get in touch with Mac. Cody clarified that he had previously made a call to the person. Sam entered the questioning area at that same moment. Sam was forced to explain that Cody had phoned for aid, since he had no one else to turn to after Dante stared at Cody. Sam assured Dante that she had everything handled when he requested her to convince Cody to retain legal counsel. Sam pushed Dante to concentrate on finding Victor. Sam inquired about how she might assist Cody after Dante left. Cody begged Sam to free him, but she emphasized that he would first need to be charged. Cody acknowledged that he had gone through the procedure before, but he gave Sam the reassurance that he was not a flight risk. Sam was informed by Cody that he had been set up and that he believed Gladys had inserted the bracelet into his pocket. Sam was interested in Gladys' motivation for framing Cody. Sasha needs to be extremely careful about whose hands she entrusts her life to put it mildly, Cody remarked. Sam insisted on getting more details. Cody would just inform her that Gladys was in difficulty and that Sasha might be impacted. Sam acknowledged that Cody hadn't given her any reason to believe that she could trust him before a police officer arrived to take Cody to court. Cody emphasized to Sam that Dante had faith in him. "Doesn't he?" Cody questioned. Sam followed Cody out of the questioning room without responding. Gladys was positive that Cody had served time in prison when she saw him in handcuffs and immediately hurried over to Sam to warn her. Gladys was told by Sam that Cody would post bail. Gladys was astounded to learn that Sam wanted to assist Cody. Victor appeared to have disappeared into thin air, Jordan informed Dante in the meanwhile. Dante was aware that he knew someone who could be helpful. Carly entered Trina and Jocelyn's dorm room at Port Charles University as Jocelyn was leaving. Jocelyn informed Carly that she was her route to watch Michael and Willow's children when she tried to call, Carly said. Carly was compelled to inform Willow of the delay in her transplant. As they moved into the dorm room, Carly informed her daughter of Liesel's kidnapping. Jocelyn acknowledged that she had something to tell her mother when Carly discussed Dex discovering Liesel's bracelet. Jocelyn was reassured by Carly that she was aware of Sunny's knowledge of their connection. Jocelyn acknowledged that she was thrilled Dex had saved Sunny's life, because Sunny had not been pleased with Dex's deception. Carly inquired with confusion as to what Jocelyn was referring to. The attempted murder of Sunny in the warehouse was disclosed by Jocelyn to her mother. Carly was very clear that she wanted to hear from Jocelyn if the guy she was dating got shot. After offering her regrets, Jocelyn brought up the race to save Willow once more. Jocelyn received reassurance from Carly that Victor was being sought by police. Carly remarked, "But Jocelyn, we're going to have to prepare ourselves." Jocelyn acknowledged being brought back to her experiences with Oscar when she had asked for a miracle to save him. Jocelyn questioned, What if that miracle never happens? Carly gave her daughter a hug. Carly then suggested they go see Willow. Rapped on the door. Jocelyn acknowledged that she hadn't seen Trina since the previous evening after hearing him say that he was looking for Trina. When Jocelyn revealed that Trina had skipped a party that Trina and Jocelyn had intended to attend, Don became curious. When Dante realized that nobody had seen Trina since the nurses' ball, Carly's face darkened with worry. Jocelyn instantly realized that Trina had not seen her texts after checking her phone. Dante tried to call Trina on Jocelyn's phone, but the call ended up in voicemail. Jocelyn was worried that Victor had also kidnapped Trina, but Dante reassured her that they couldn't be positive of anything. In case she heard from Trina, he advised her to keep her phone on and to call him. Jocelyn and Carly discussed the possibility that Victor had abducted Trina after Dante left. Dante would have the entire police force look for Trina, Carly reassured her daughter. Dan phoned Jordan in the corridor to inform her that Trina was nowhere to be found. Jordan made the decision to meet him in the hospital when he informed her that he intended to visit Portia there. Sasha was welcomed inside by Brooklyn at the gatehouse. Amelia was on Willow's lap as she sat on the sofa with Michael. The talk swiftly shifted to Liesel's kidnapping, but Michael was sure that Liesel would be discovered in time. Willow answered Sasha's question about where Wiley was by saying that Wiley was playing with Annabelle Hugh. He explained that he and Willow were taking advantage of some downtime at home because they will soon be spending a lot of time in hospitals for Willow's transplant and cancer treatments. And then Michael continued, happily ever after. As Michael and Willow kissed tenderly, melancholy engulfed Brooklyn and Sasha's faces. Michael made the decision to phone Dante a little while later to get an update. Brooklyn settled down on the sofa once Michael left the space. Brooklyn acknowledged that she was impressed with Michael's ability to maintain order. Willow admitted that Michael had been her pillar of support. Brooklyn asked, but Sasha and Brooklyn prodded Willow to talk about her worries and the truth of her circumstance. Willow eventually did. Although Willow was aware that the police might not find Liesel in time to save her, she also realized that Michael was full of optimism. Sasha was aware from personal experience that naive hope may prevent saying goodbye. Yes, Willow replied. Willow clarified that she didn't want Michael to have any final recollections of her as someone who was frantically awaiting a transplant. Willow wished for Michael to have positive memories of their family. When Willow realized that Amelia wouldn't remember her at all and that Wiley would forget because he was so little, she started crying. Willow explained that she wanted to take a picture of herself so that Michael could show it to their kids and tell them how happy and in love she was. Brooklyn concurred when Sasha made a commitment that they could make that happen. Willow argued that they couldn't postpone their lavish wedding until after the transplant. Time is running out, Willow remarked. Willow later had assurances from Brooklyn and Sasha that they would handle everything, but she later admitted that she hadn't spoken to Michael about it. Willow worried that moving things forward would be the same as admitting she had given up hope because she had been the one to urge that they wait until after the transplant to get married. Willow was reminded by Brooklyn that Michael was a survivor and that he cherished Willow beyond all else. Michael would comprehend, Sasha felt certain. Understand what? Questioned Michael. Valentin was anxiously awaiting any updates on Anna in the hospital waiting room. He was reminded by Felicia that the surgeon had told him the procedure would take some time. Because Valentin wasn't happy, he made the decision to look for someone who could provide an update. Laura acknowledged that she felt for Valentin because Victor had kidnapped her grandsons, but all she could do was wait and pray as Valentin walked away. When Valentin noticed Portia approaching the nurse's station in the area, he yelled to her. He added that he had been waiting for information concerning Anna all night, but Portia gave him the assurance that he would hear from someone soon. As his frustration grew, Valentin insisted on learning what was happening to Anna. Valentin questioned, hasn't something gone wrong? Valentin insisted on knowing the answers despite Portia pointing out that she was not in a commanding voice, Valentin, that's enough, or you'll have to answer to me. the girl grinned. Curtis objected because Portia was his wife, while Valentin scowled at him and said it didn't matter to him. Valentin was commanded by Curtis to treat Portia with respect. Portia offered to look into Anna's surgery in a diplomatic manner. Laura afterwards wondered how long it had been since Curtis had seen Trina. He acknowledged that it had been the night before, but he volunteered to phone Trina in case she could assist in finding Spencer. Curtis was thanked by Laura. Later, Portia came back to say that Anna had been transported to the intensive care unit after being taken out of surgery. Felicia reassured Valentin, who was eager to see Anna, that he could do so first. Portia received an apology from Valentin after his earlier outburst. Curtis followed Portia as she moved away. When he asked Portia when she had last spoken to Trina, he made an effort not to worry her. But Portia soon recognized he was pursuing a specific goal. Curtis said that Trina might have seen Spencer for the final time before Victor kidnapped him. The call from Portia to Trina went directly to voicemail. Portia texted Trina multiple times out of alarm, but none reached Trina's phone. Jordan and Dante suddenly approached. "Not Trina," Portia answered. "Oh, no." Laura revealed that she was uneasy and that everything had been strangely familiar to her to others in the hospital. Like déjà vu, Felicia questioned. Laura acknowledged that there had been more to it. As she described to Felicia the first time she had been imprisoned on the Ghost Star, then called the Titan, Laura experienced a flashback. Laura acknowledged that when the memory vanished, it seemed as though her grandsons were a case of history repeating itself. Laura had a sneaking suspicion that the past held the key to what was happening. Felicia offered to assist Laura in solving the problem. Felicia emphasized that Victor now possessed both the necklace from the Ice Princess and the decryption key, which was what he had been pursuing. Felicia wondered if Victor had taken Ace and Spencer anywhere. Laura was confident Victor would locate a remote area where he would have influence with the local authorities. The Casadines had lairs in Panama, Ecuador, and a remote region of Venezuela that was blocked off from everything by tropical rainforests, Laura recalled. Laura indicated that a boat was required to access the covert location. Felicia believed it to be a promising lead, while Laura countered that it was just an idea without any concrete evidence. Felicia reassured Laura that she was certain of the person who could assist them in obtaining their goals. While Valentin stood at the corridor and peered through a window into Anna's room in the ICU, she was using a ventilator. Valentin requested to speak with Anna's doctor when Deanna left. Anna's procedure had taken a long time, according to Deanna, and the doctor wouldn't be available for some time. Deanna, however, disclosed that Anna's surgeon had given her permission to inform Valentin that the bullet had been extracted and that it had missed Anna's major organs and arteries. Deanna also informed Valentin that despite the fact that Anna had suffered significant blood loss and had experienced cardiac arrest, the surgeons had been able to complete the procedure. Valentin was concerned that Anna's continued unconsciousness was not a good omen. Valentin approached Anna's hospital room and told her that she was a warrior in an emotional but firm voice. He sat next to her bed and told her, "I need you to do this." As his eyes welled with tears, Valentin pleaded with her, "Wherever you are, come back to me." As he acknowledged that he had been bargaining with God and making promises, Valentin held Anna's hand. Victor would be held accountable for injuring Anna, Valentin promised. He vowed to remove his father from power no matter what it took. When he pleaded with Anna to wake up, Valentin sank to the bed next to her. Anna's eyes slowly opened. Trina entered Spencer's stateroom on the Haunted Star. Although he was glad to hear she was safe, Spencer questioned why she had taken a chance by coming back to him. Trina said she might have discovered a means to leave the ship. Trina revealed that she had stowed herself in a supply closet where she had discovered a number of ship's maps. As she told Spencer that she had studied the maps and had located the communications room, Spencer grinned. When she explained that she had gone to the communications room but had been forced to leave because a guard had shown up, Spencer's smile that Victor kept in minimal guard during the night. and that the guards took a break to smoke almost simultaneously. Victor's loud voice resounded throughout the corridor, and Spencer tensed, telling Trina to take cover. When Victor observed that Spencer's stateroom's deadbolt was not fastened, he scowled in the corridor. When he barged inside, he discovered it to be empty. Victor gave Ambrose the task of looking for Spencer on the ship. Spencer emerged from the restroom a little while later with nothing on but a towel around his waist. When Spencer discovered his uncle in the stateroom, he pretended astonishment. Trina was hiding beneath the bed at the time, but her pocketbook had fallen close to the mattress. Spencer furiously charged his uncle with kidnapping and stealing the ship after changing into clothes. Victor counseled Spencer to moderate his attitude as Spencer demanded to meet his brother. Victor remarked, "My son is aware of what I'm capable of when provoked." Victor said that he wanted Spencer to avoid having to learn the same lesson the hard way. Trina reached for the pocketbook, but Spencer saw it and diverted his uncle by pointing it out. Spencer recommended that he and his uncle have breakfast in the dining room instead of Victor ordering breakfast to be served to the stateroom so they could continue talking. Spencer maintained that he needed to see his brother since he was sick of being locked inside the stateroom. Spencer questioned why Victor had him locked up when Victor thought Spencer was destined for great things. Victor made a compromise by agreeing to have lunch with Spencer in the dining room. Spencer implied Victor was afraid of him. Spencer questioned, "Are you worried about what I might do?" Although Victor didn't feel threatened, he consented to set up breakfast in the dining room. Victor exited the stateroom and halted in the corridor when Ambrose approached. Victor warned Ambrose that if he left the deadbolt unlocked once more, he would be thrown into the water while being attached to a heavy object. Spencer assisted Trina in getting her handbag and coming out from beneath the bed in his stateroom. Spencer reassured Trina that they were not confined aboard the ship, despite her fears. Victor had made a tremendous error, according to Spencer. Spencer and Trina came to the decision to divert Victor's attention, while Trina snuck into the communications room and radioed for assistance. In order to let Trina know that she was the best thing to happen to him, Spencer changed his approach.